Valentine's Day, everyone. Will this episode come out in the next 2 weeks? Probably.
Maybe. It's crazy because we had so much time to make this episode, and then some tragic twist of events happened, and I actually ended up having surgery. So I was out for almost a week.
Yeah.
This is like really, well, yesterday was kind of like the first day where I was like feeling myself again, but yeah, I was down and out for like a week, so that kind of took away from the time that we were supposed to record our episode.
Yes.
I literally could not leave my bed. So it was a struggle.
She was bedridden.
I was, and I was bored out of my goddamn mind. But it's like so crazy because we had every intention of getting this episode out before Valentine's Day.
Truly.
And now here we are recording the morning of
Valentine's Day. But you know what? At least we're recording on the actual day, so it still feels kind of like, you know, it's a Valentine's Day episode.
It is.
It might not come out today, but
I'm going to try to get it out today. I have nothing better to do with my time today. So I will try to get this episode out. I'm still stuck at home, so fuck my life. But I'm actually able to move and go downstairs, which is nice. I couldn't go down the stairs for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Because it was just like the worst.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are, recording. We're back. We're better.
We're back and we're better.
Yes. God bless.
So we thought that since this is a Valentine's Day episode, we would talk about the 5 love languages. Mm-hmm. And I think we have like a couple friends who are like, oh, like my love language is blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, they recommend people, if you're a couple, that you guys take a love language yourself. So that could even like better your relationship. So you guys know how to like communicate better. Mm-hmm. So we took our quiz and we want to talk about it.
Yes. We actually, so I had taken my quiz a long time ago. With my ex, and then you took your quiz a while ago too, right?
Yeah, I think I took it with my ex too, and he like didn't care.
Yeah,
which is why we're not together.
100%, 100%. I'm just like super invested. I'm like, oh my god, what's yours? And he's like, oh, it's this, and I'm just like, okay, cool, now I know. And I'm like, mine's this, and he's like, okay.
Here we thought we'd be on like a much healthier path.
Yeah.
LOL.
It is what it is. That's fine.
Well, point is, we know our love languages, and ours are very different.
So different. I'm actually really surprised.
Everyone has been saying, like, you guys look like sisters, or like even like, you know, someone we know, or you guys like look and like talk alike. It's so weird. And it's like, we don't see it.
I don't see it at all. It's crazy.
We don't see it whatsoever. And like just taking this love language test further just like puts in my mind.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it just confirms that we're very different.
Yeah. I think we like, I don't know. I think we act similar, but we're actually very, very different.
Yes.
And it's crazy. Mm-hmm. And I think we're even just like with our friendship, we're like realizing that. Crazy.
We just did a little dance.
If you ever see us with both hands to our face, just rocking back and forth,
covering our eyes. It's not just to walk away.
Just know, please ignore us and act like you never saw that. It's just a little thing we do. One night when we were really, really, really drunk in the parking lot with Flower, I think I told this story before. We were in the church parking lot with Flower. We were playing like Allie and AJ. For some reason, we kept doing this move. We kept like putting our hands to our face and covering our eyes and just like rocking like to the side like fucking Kanye West or something. And it was
like we're in the zone. Like,
yeah, like can't see the haters. Like, oh my god, I wish that you guys could see it. It's so gross. But for some reason, we kept doing that like the whole time. I don't know who we thought we were. I don't know. But ever since then, we just do it all the time.
Yes. Man. Anyways, so should we go over what the 5 love languages are?
Yes, we should. So the 5 the 5 love languages consist of physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, and receiving gifts. Those are the 5 love languages. So obviously quality time is going to be like you want to spend like uninterrupted time with the person that you care about.
Yes. Like you being with that person and getting just to like hang out, whether it's like you go out somewhere nice or you guys just hanging out at home, being together, like as long as you're spending time with that person, like that is like your love language. That's what like you feed off of.
Yes, exactly. And then receiving gifts is actually a lot more than what people think it is. Receiving gifts is obviously, yes, like you're gonna get a gift, but it doesn't mean that person necessarily likes like these extravagant, like crazy gifts. Like they want a Michael Kors purse or a fucking diamond necklace. It just literally means that they want to know that when you walk by a flower shop and you buy a flower, that flower made you think of them. Mm-hmm. That's also considered like receiving gifts. So it could be, or it could be something you made. Like if you, I don't know, took the time to like make something. I know a lot of females tend to do this around like Valentine's Day. Like they'll make something rather than buying something because they think it means more.
Yes.
That can also be like receiving gifts. Like it's just the fact that instead of just going to the store and buying something, you decided to make something and you made it and it was special to you and now it's special to them. Mm-hmm. So I feel like there's a lot of misconception with the receiving gifts aspect of it, but that's actually like, it goes deeper than just like actually receiving a gift.
Yeah. The next one is acts of service. So for acts of service, it could kind of like say your love language could be like words of affirmation. But when you get older, say, you know, you're married and you guys have a couple kids, and maybe words of affirmation won't be your primary love language anymore, but acts of service. Like, you know what? I got up the past like 3 times in the middle of the night to go like take care of like our baby. Like, let me do that for you. Like, let me stay up for like an hour or 2. Or, oh, I know you didn't get a lot of sleep last night. You're really tired. Like, I made some coffee for you and your lunch is ready, like in the fridge. So like kind of like acts of service, just like kind of putting your needs to the side maybe sometimes for like the other person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's basically just acknowledging that person might need help with something and doing it for them, or anticipating it and doing it for them, or trying to help them out. Basically anticipating their needs. Yeah. Is like, I feel like what
like you got a good project going on and basically the acts of service is coming from like your right-hand man.
Yeah. And then physical touch is another one. So that one is basically you just like touch. When you give someone a hug, it's more meaningful to you than, you know, getting a gift, basically. Yeah. Mm-hmm. When you are intimate with someone, that's more important to you than maybe a love note that they could have wrote you. Mm-hmm. So it's just with physical touch, it's very much that like their actual physical touch means more to you than maybe their words could. Yes. So like if you're out in public, even just holding their hand might mean more to them than you telling them that you love them.
It is actions speak louder than words.
100%. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's a good way to put it. Yes. I like that. Mm-hmm. And then the last one is words of affirmation.
Yes. So words of affirmation is basically kind of like the opposite of physical touch. You would rather hear someone tell you how much they love and appreciate you rather than them like kind of like hugging you or buying you gifts to show like how much they love you. Like you want to hear them say how much they appreciate you. Yeah. So that's actually like my love language. So it's kind of like the opposite of physical touch, and actions don't always speak louder than words. So like compliments like mean like a lot to you. Like, wow, you're like, you know, you are so hardworking. Like I see what you're doing out there kind of thing. So like those are words of affirmation. Like, you know, like whether they're giving you gifts or like, you know, whatever, you know, your physical touch, like, you know, they're touchy, whatever, like that's all good and great. But if they're not telling you, then that's like,
Yeah, definitely. I honestly think this is like a really good test to take. Like, obviously this is like an actual scientific done by some doctor test. But I do think it's really accurate. Like even when me and Gabby had taken our test just a few minutes ago and we got our results, we were just like, yeah, Like, that makes literally so much sense in the way that we even, like, react to things and stuff. But I think it's a really good test to take, regardless if you're single or in a relationship. Like, obviously, I'm single and Gabby's in a relationship, but I think it's good to just know what your love language is, so that way you're able to express to your partner or future partner or whatever that that's how you like to receive love.
I wonder if there's, like, a friendship love quiz.
Ooh,
like, what kind of friend is, like, you know?
I wonder. We should look it up.
We'll find one.
I'm looking it up right
and
now.
We'll definitely do that. So I'm going to go over, like, while Alexa's looking for that friendship quiz, which we're definitely going to take, I'm going to go over my results. So I'm going to go from highest to lowest. So 30%, I got 30% words of affirmation. So again, that's just like hearing the words like, I love you are important. Hearing the reasons behind the love, you know, is like very important to me. And like it says, insults can leave me shattered, but they're not easily forgotten. I don't know about that. Like, I think, yeah, if I love you and if you insult me, I'm probably going to take it to heart. But right after, I'll just be like, well, fuck you. And then I got 23% physical touch, 20% acts of service, 17% quality time, and 10% receiving gifts. Like, I think that makes so much sense because I've never been big on like, oh, I want this, I want that. Like, I've never been like, I want you to like buy me everything. Like, I've never been big on that. I'd much rather hear how much like you love and appreciate me rather than just like giving me like $50 to go get my nails done once a month and like not tell me how much you love me.
Yeah.
So those were my results, Lex. You want to go over yours?
Yeah. So my results, I was 40% quality time, which is actually really high because a lot of people I know are more like, that have taken the quiz are more like evened out, I would say. Yeah. Mine is like damn near half quality time. So like that's a really big deal to me. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
So you said yours was 40?
40%.
Yeah. Mine's 17.
That's crazy.
So that's a really big difference.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine's 40%. So that's, and honestly, I knew that. And that's a really, really, really big part of why my previous relationship didn't work out. So it honestly does make a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. 27% words of affirmation, which also makes sense. I'm definitely the type of person, I'm usually so busy. I don't really have time to be like doing some acts of service or having acts of service done for me or whatever the case may be. But definitely like if you just tell me in the morning, oh, I love you. Mm-hmm. Oh, like, you know, you look nice today or whatever. Mm-hmm. Stuff like that. That's just kind of quick and like easy and nice and sweet. Like that means a lot to me.
Yeah.
I'm 13% receiving gifts. Okay. I am one of those people that does appreciate like a meaningful gift. Yes. Like if you take the time to really put a lot of thought into a gift that you give me or make something or plan something, like if you plan a trip or whatever, that kind of stuff means a lot to me.
I think I'm kind of surprised that that's kind of low for you because I feel like you do like gifts that are more on the extravagant side.
I do like gifts that are more on the extravagant side. But the thing is I don't like them super often. Like for me, it's like I like them for special occasions. I like them like every now and then because that means more. Yeah. Usually a person who's like likes receiving gifts and that's higher up in the thing for them, they like gifts more often. Yeah. But I definitely do like the extravagant gifts and stuff. But it goes like both ways. I feel like typically a person who likes to receive gifts also likes to give gifts. And like during the times where like Valentine's Day or an anniversary or whatever the case may be, I'm definitely the type of person to put a lot of thought into like the gift that I give someone. And then actually my last two were both 10% and it's physical touch and acts of service. It honestly makes a lot of sense. I'm not like a super, how do I say, affectionate person?
Yeah.
I guess. Makes sense. Yeah. I'm not super affectionate. So I don't need like you to have your arm around me while we're at an amusement park the whole time.
See, I love that.
See, I'm not saying I don't.
Love that.
I would like it, but not the whole time. Yeah. Like I'm hot. I'm anxious.
See, like, especially like there's just something about like amusement parks. It's like I always want to be like holding your hand. Like I want to be like
I see holding someone's hand I feel is different. Like I can hold your hand and like when we're waiting in line if I'm like tired like I'll lean on you and like I expect you to hold me and stuff. But it's like I feel like with physical touch, it's like you're constantly wanting like to be lovey-dovey and PDA, and I'm just not that kind of person.
I think that's the difference. I like to be like, you know, have like someone's arms around me, or like I like to be like holding hands and stuff, but you won't catch me like having a makeout session and waiting in line. Like, that's gross. I'm just not, I'm not a super, like, touchy-feely kind of person, like, to be honest. Like, I do appreciate the hand-holding. I do appreciate, like, the hugging, the holding, but it's just, like, I don't need it all the time. Yeah.
And then acts of service, to be honest, like, I'm an independent-ass person. Like, I don't really need, like, people to do things for me unless they, like, want to. Or unless, like, I ask them, but I don't ever expect it. Like, I don't expect people to, like, do certain things for me or make me coffee in the morning or do my laundry. Like, I just don't expect it. So I think that's why that's not really, like, super high up there for me.
Yes.
And I honestly don't expect to do it for other people. Like, I don't anticipate to do it for other people, which is actually, I feel like this is a good point to add. My ex his number one was acts of service. Oh. And that's my lowest one. Yeah, so I should have known.
Interesting.
Red flags. Because, like, there's nothing wrong at all with acts of service. Like, I will never put anyone down who, like, has that as their number one love language. I'm just not the one to, like, give it or receive it, I think. So, maybe it was me.
Nah.
You're right. But so that was our quiz results. I still think it's pretty fucking wild that like 40% of mine was quality time. Like, that's a big chunk.
That is a really big chunk.
But I'm very like I get so hurt and upset when people lag on me, or like when let's say we make plans and someone like lags, I will be more upset like than the average person, I think. But like also I don't have a lot of free time, so I take the time that I do have very, very seriously.
Yes.
So it's like if you just wasted like a day because you said that you were going to hang out with me and then you lag, I'm going to be pissed because I could have spent it with somebody else.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Quality time is definitely like very accurate for me.
That is big for you.
And I do like undivided attention. Like, if you're talking to me, you better be like paying fuck attention.
I think quality time was like lower for me. It was like 17%. Just because like I'm very, as much as I love being lovey-dovey and stuff, I very much love like my me time. Mm-hmm. I love like, you know, getting to take care of my house, or, you know, cleaning my room, or just like, you know, having a me day and getting my life together, whether it's like bills, or maybe like I want to like set some goals for myself. Or, like, I'm very much, like, I love to be in my own bubble. Mm-hmm. So I don't think, like, quality time just, like, hit the mark. Because I don't need to be with, like, my significant other every single day. Mm-hmm. Like, I really don't. But it's, like, I'm going to love that time we do have together. But I very much like my me time. I like to spend time with my daughter, Sunny, my cat. Like, so I think that's why mine was, like, so low.
Yeah. See, I don't know. That's so weird. I feel like I like my alone time, but no, actually, you know what? That's why. I think I hate being alone. Yeah. Or if I am like alone, I don't mind it, but I have to be doing something. Mm-hmm. If I don't have anything to do, I'm gonna lose my mind. Just know, you guys, this week has been really like God has been testing the fuck out of me. I literally was stuck in bed for 2 days, and then I wanted nothing more but to like do anything, literally anything. I got through like 4 seasons of The Last Kingdom. I actually only have 1 episode left, and it's fucking ridiculous because every episode's like an hour long, and there's like 10 episodes, and I finished it in like 3 days. But that's just, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get out of bed, and I was so bored. I literally had Gabby go to the store and buy me paint. I had my mom like order me all this shit on Amazon, so I have like stuff to do. I was losing my goddamn mind.
This bitch is like crocheting in her room now.
Literally. I'm about to have like a whole fucking wall of just like knitted things.
Bring back the ukulele.
Oh my God. I was going to start practicing, but I was really self-conscious because there was always people home. So I couldn't do it.
So I I found a little game to do. It's Would You Rather Valentine's Day edition.
Ooh, we love to see it.
So our first Would You Rather is get a lot of Valentines from people you don't know very well, or get just one from someone who is special to you.
I'd rather get one.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, 100%. See, okay, if I'm single, I'd rather get all Valentines. Obviously. Like, just so I could, like, get the clout. But, like, like, honestly. No, but if I really do have a special someone, I'd rather just get it from, like, them than anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Well, I already know what yours is. Yeah.
Same thing. Yeah. Same thing. I'd rather get it from someone who's special to me.
Yeah.
Plus, I feel like the gift would be more customized to what I like, whereas if a bunch of people got me, like, you know, a Valentine's Day gift, it would just be like candy or like some true. Like generic stuff. Okay, next. Would you rather go to a Valentine's Day party with really good food but not much else to do, or go to a Valentine's Day party with no food but with really fun games and activities?
I feel like this is really difficult, and let me tell you why. Like, I feel like to most people this would be a no-brainer. Like, they're going to play the games. But for me, there's not a lot of places where you can eat well on Valentine's Day because they're so booked.
That's true.
They're so booked. Like, it is impossible to not wait 3 hours for a good dinner on Valentine's Day. So if someone's offering me a good-ass meal but nothing to do, I could just leave after. I mean, I wouldn't be rude. Like, I would stay for a little, but, like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, if I'm playing games and all my friends are there and, like, I just know it's going to be a good time, I could sacrifice one meal. You know?
Okay.
But it's just, like, in the sense of that, like, you're not getting any nice food on Valentine's Day unless you make it.
Yeah.
Or are willing to wait, like, 5 hours. Yeah.
You know what? I think I'm going to go with that too now. Like, you made a really good argument. Wow. Yeah, I would do that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Surprised yourself, huh?
Yeah. Like, actually thinking about it. Okay. Next, would you rather receive a very special Valentine's Day gift or give a very special Valentine's Day gift? So get or give?
Ooh.
I think I would rather give, because I think just me knowing, like, I care about a person enough to give such a special, like, great gift. Giving gifts, I think, would make me feel happy about myself. So it's just like, I get happy, you get happy.
I think, because I definitely love to give gifts. Like I said before, like, when I give someone something, I put a lot of thought into it. Mm-hmm. But I think I also have the expectation that if I give you a sentimental gift, that you'll give me one too. Mm-hmm. Which isn't good now that I say it out loud. That's kind of toxic. Toxic trait. But I don't know. Oh, I have to pick one. I guess it's receiving gifts for me. Okay. I guess it would be, yeah.
Okay.
Because it's like, at the end of the day, like, I just want to know you give a shit too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's fair. Okay. Would you rather celebrate Valentine's Day at home or at a fancy restaurant?
I would rather spend it at a fancy restaurant, but the odds of me getting in are very slim. Mm-hmm. And I will never cook. And it's not because I don't want to. It's because literally it'll be the worst meal of your life. So if we do have a night in, it has to be like a group effort as far as making dinner. Yeah. Like, I'll be the prepper and you could be the one that cooks it, because I promise you don't want me anywhere near the food.
I'll be the prepper.
I promise you.
I could, like, totally see me doing both of these things, but I think I'd rather just go out to a fancy restaurant, because I like the idea of, like, getting ready, putting on a nice outfit, you know, like, sitting down at the nice restaurant, having a good meal, not having to worry about, like, cooking and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think, honestly, just because I'm literally the most impatient person in the whole fucking world, and I know I am. I think, like, unless I had it pre-planned and I was able to make reservations somewhere, like, a year in advance, then if I had a man's by, like, let's say next year or something, I think what I would do is, like, hopefully he would be gone all day, like, at work or something. And, like, I think what I would do is I would, like, set up, like, the table and make it, like, all cute or whatever with, like, tablecloths and, like, candles and, like, actually set the table.
Yeah.
And, like, get, like, little flowers and stuff. And then buy the groceries for the food that we're gonna make. That way it's, like, you could see I'm putting in effort. Yeah. But, like, you still gotta cook it. Because, again, like, you don't want me to cook this food.
You know what? Me and Lex have made some bomb-ass dishes the past year. I think we'd be able to make, like, a really good Valentine's Day meal. So. That salmon.
Oh, my God. The salmon was the best thing we made.
Oh, my God. It was so
We gotta
good.
make it again.
We do need to make that salmon again.
Wow. Ooh, that was good. We should make that this week sometime.
We should. Okay. So, last question. Would you rather get an expensive gift or go on vacation?
I would rather go on vacation. Let me tell you why. Because if we go on vacation, you can get me an expensive gift while we're on vacation.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just kidding.
The vacation is basically the expensive
yeah,
gift.
No. I'm totally kidding. No, I actually love to travel. I love to travel. It was like, I feel like that's where, like, my ex and I kind of bonded the most was over, like, traveling. But I love to travel. So I would definitely choose, like, not a full vacation, a vacation of any sorts over, like, diamond earrings or something.
Yeah, me too.
Like, for sure.
100%.
And I get that quality time with them, too. So that's, like, a really big thing for me. Like, I'd rather get that, like, quality time on vacation than just, like, 5 minutes of, like, oh, my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think I could appreciate an expensive gift. Like, if someone got me a car, like, ooh. Like, dang. But, like, I don't get to, like, you've been, like, to a lot of places, like, around the world, I feel like, and I have not. I have been to Mexico, which basically does not count if you live in California. And I've been to Chicago. Amazing. But I haven't been to, like, you know, Europe. I haven't been to Greece. I haven't been to, like, anywhere. So I would 100% go on the vacation.
Yeah.
Make it Italy. Eric, if you're listening, I want to go to Italy.
Do it.
I want to go.
I went last year. It was amazing.
So jealous.
It was literally, oh my God, no, it's 2 years ago now. Oh no, it was like a year and a half. Wow.
Time flies.
That's crazy. Fuck that guy.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
So, but not really.
No.
Oh, and I forgot. So, sponsored by Saladitas Gamesa, which is basically saltine crackers.
The fucking crackers I've had to eat. Oh my God. I'm never eating saltine crackers ever again in my whole life.
Basically saltine crackers that Alexis has only been able to eat with her cup of noodle soup. But not really.
It's the worst.
Anyways, that was our sponsor of the day. So as I was looking kind of up like stuff online about Valentine's Day things, our girl Cardi B, she's at it again.
Back at it again.
So there's this kind of debate going on currently. So she made a comment saying, quote, men do deserve to get gifts as well for Valentine's Day, but the gift has to be less expensive than the girl's gift. So if he buys you flowers, you buy him grass.
I kind of love it.
Grass!
I kind of love it. It's free. It's free $99.
Oh my God. I'm surprised she didn't say soil.
Honestly.
I'm surprised she even went.
I'm surprised she didn't say air. Like,
I'll continue to let you breathe oxygen.
Exactly.
So, do you think like the guy's gift has to be less extravagant? And I can't help but like over the years have seen all the different kinds of gifts guys have given, you know, their girls. And it's always this big extravagant thing. Like there's always rose petals leading up to the bedroom and tons of gifts on the bed, or just like, you know, these big things. But I feel like you don't really see that from girls as much.
Yeah, I think Valentine's Day is definitely a holiday for the girls. I think this is the one day of the year where most girls feel like they should be spoiled beyond compare. However, I also do think that girls who get their boyfriends gifts, I think what it is a lot of the times, and this isn't for everyone, but I think a lot of the times girls' gifts tend to be a little bit more like sentimental. So they tend to make something. Mm-hmm. Or like, I know I've seen a lot of those like boxes that have the pictures and they like pop open or whatever, like for their boyfriends. But I feel like when boyfriends get gifts for their girlfriends, it's more materialistic a lot of the times, because guys don't know how to like really shop for females or like be sentimental without it looking corny.
Yes.
Or they're like scared to cross that barrier. So I think like that's kind of more it than it is like that girls don't necessarily do anything for their like boyfriends. Because I think like, of course, like, I mean, as a girl, if my man fucking puts rose petals leading up to my bedroom and then like leaves a big ass teddy bear with some fucking 1,000 roses or some shit on like my bed, of course I'm gonna post it.
Yeah.
But as a guy, if my girlfriend got me, like, a picture of us and had, like, a really sweet note written on the back and, like, it was, like, almost made me cry, I'm not posting that.
Yeah. And do you think a lot of the extravagancy is because, okay, this needs to be, like, Instagram worthy? Like, do you think that's, like, our generation kind of? Like,
I definitely think it's, like
people want to show off, like, look how much he loves me.
Yeah. 100%. I think a lot of it has to do with social media, and it's honestly sad because it puts this expectation that like isn't necessary. Like if you care about the person and the person cares about you, I mean, by any means, if your love language is receiving gifts, then bitch, receive all the gifts that your little heart desires
and post that shit.
But make sure it's coming from a good place. If they're just doing it because they want like the clout, then like it's not like that's not it. But I do think that there's this like expectation of like for Valentine's Day I have to go all out for my girl type of thing. But I do think that girls do get their boyfriends things. I just don't think they're necessarily always materialistic, and that's why you don't see as much of the gifts being posted as like you do see fucking roses and chocolates and heart-shaped chocolate with the hammer thing. I don't even know. Like, you know what I mean?
I low-key want one of those, but like just for like my own like self-entertainment.
Dude,
like,
same.
I really like the idea of just like hammering something in.
Maybe I'll get you one. Maybe I'll make you one. Oh God, I can't make it. I'll get you one.
Okay.
I'll buy you one because I can't make it. I can even make chocolate-covered strawberries.
Oh, you should try and do that tonight.
Maybe I will. I'm bored as fuck at this house.
Wow.
But yeah, I think that's like more so like an expectation than it is like a reality.
Yeah, I think so too. So advice of the day, I think this is more towards, you know, all the single people out here on Valentine's Day, which is write yourself a love letter. Celebrate you and the progress you have continued to make in your life. Talk about the future that you anticipate for yourself. This is the perfect time to fall in love with you.
I love that. I actually think that's a good thing for people who are in a relationship too, because I think that people who are in a relationship, whether it's new or it's old, like sometimes you get lost in that relationship and you lose yourself a little bit. And I'm just speaking from personal experience, but I think that it might be a healthy reminder if you do this to read in a year and to reflect on what you wanted for yourself and if that's been accomplished. And obviously, if you're single, this is just something smart to do because we ain't got other shit to do today. So I'm just kidding. Maybe you do. Maybe you were glad. I don't know. But
I think just remind yourself how awesome you are.
Yeah. And I think like every single individual person needs to be reminded of that, regardless if like you're going through something small compared to others or you're going through nothing at all. Like you need to be reminded that like throughout day-to-day bullshit that you're great, And that's it. That's the tweet.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Yeah. You're fan-fucking-tastic.
You're 1-800-fan-fucking-tastic.
Yes. Wow, I love that. But I definitely think, like, everyone should do that. Everyone who's listening to this, go write yourself a love letter. Tell yourself, and be as cocky as you want. Like, who the fuck is going to read it other than you? Be super cocky. Who cares? Write yourself a love letter, put it in an envelope, put it away, put it in a hidden file in your computer. I don't know. And then on February 14th, 2022,
open that shit.
And reflect. And see how much you've grown or how much you haven't.
Or how much you've fallen.
Yeah, exactly. And just reflect. It might be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Back to the love language test really quick. If you're in a relationship or you're single, I think I already said this, but take the test. It's really good to just like know a little bit more about yourself. And that's all we really can do, essentially, is just try to learn about ourselves and know ourselves better than literally anyone. So that way we can, I don't know, live our best lives, basically. Like, I feel like the more you know about yourself, the better your life will be, because you will know what you want and what you don't want.
So is knowing your love language your cup of tea?
100%.
Yes.
Is knowing your significant other's love language your cup of tea?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that just like makes more room for you to be healthier.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to fucking do that today.
Yeah.
Like,
do it.
Like, before we even get this day started, let's take this quiz. And if we're polar opposites, maybe we should just not celebrate today.
Oh my God, shut the fuck up. If you're polar opposites, let's
Is that a deal breaker?
Okay. So, like I had said, me and my ex were polar opposites when we took our quiz. Obviously, it didn't work out. I just called him my ex. But I think the reason why it didn't work out is because we didn't take it seriously. I think we were too childish about it, or maybe not even childish, but immature to be able to reflect on that and adjust. I think we took the test and you're like, okay, you're this and you're this, and it was just okay, let's go about living the way we've been living. But it's if you do take that quiz and you do take it with your significant other and your results are polar opposites, I still think you're able to be together. I think the thing is that's where you as a fucking adult have to be mature about it and adjust every ongoing situation, every ongoing decision based off of how you know that they appreciate and feel loved. So let's say you and your man get in an argument today about, I don't know, pasta. I don't fucking know.
Pasta.
And you're well, I like this pasta. And he's well, I like this pasta. And your thing is words of affirmation. And let's say his is quality time. And I'll be okay, how about we go to the place that you want or whatever, because he appreciates the quality time. So you go to the place that he wants. You guys have that alone time. But then you just don't order what, I don't know, let's say you're going to split a fucking meal. You'll be well, I'm just going to get my own shit because I don't want that. You know what I mean? And then he's going to, while he's there, he could tell you, oh, you look so beautiful today. Oh, la, la, la. I think just from, there on out, you have to try to base every decision off of what their love language is and not based off of how you would react to it. Yeah. I think that's where we made a mistake in my past relationship because I still handle I would get pissed the fuck off when we didn't have any quality time together and he didn't understand why and I didn't understand why he didn't understand because it's very black and white to me, but to him it doesn't matter, you know. But his thing was acts of service, and it was I'm not gonna fucking do your laundry, fold your clothes, or even fold my clothes, you know. So it was just it was just that disconnect. I think you just have to take into consideration from here on out what their deal is.
And obviously, knowing your, you know, your significant other's love language is a big thing, but most likely when you got together and you've been together however long, you didn't know each other's love languages. So you're obviously doing something right. We're not saying that this is like a necessity and your relationship is going to fail if you don't know this. But
yeah, definitely not.
I think it's definitely a helpful tool, and it could definitely help you guys communicate a little better.
Yeah. And I think like you'll be very surprised to find your results and be like, oh, like that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Or like, oh.
It's
like,
also just nice to know.
Yeah. And I think if you don't have that type of response, take it again and be honest this time.
Yeah. And
oh my God.
And when you take the quiz, you really can't like think about it too much. Like when I took it, I think you just have to like go with like your gut like right away.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Like you have to like just like be honest with yourself.
Yeah. It's not like anyone else is going to see like what you put. Like you take this, even if you take the couples one, you take it individually. So just put your honest answer and then figure out what your results are, because it literally will be a waste of time if you don't.
Yes.
But yeah.
So is that our Valentine's Day episode?
I think it is. It was nice and short and sweet for once.
It was. So happy Valentine's Day. Happy Galentine's Day. Happy Single Person's Awareness Day.
Ew, don't say it like that. To all my single peeps out there, buy a bottle of wine or tequila, whatever your preference is. Get some bomb-ass food, take out, cook it, I don't really care. Watch a romantic comedy and cry a little if you need to, or watch a scary movie and cry a little if you need to. It's totally fine. We'll be good.
That sounds really fun. I feel like I want to
Honestly, I think I'm going to do that with one of my friends tonight.
You should.
Yeah. It'll be a good time.
You should.
I'm going to try again to maybe make chocolate-covered strawberries, but it'll probably not work, so wish me luck. No, but to all the single people out there, like, honestly, today is not a terrible day. I've been joking, like, around all week that it's, like, a shit day, but, like, it's only a shit day if you make it a shit day, honestly. It's really not that bad. Just, like, maybe avoid social media if you need to, if, like, your breakup was fresh
that's
or whatever.
A big thing. Like, I would, if I was single, I would 100% stay off of social media today, because everyone's going to be posting how much they love each other and crap.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. But if you're in a relationship, I hope, or talking to someone, or an entanglement, or whatever the case may be, I hope that you have a great day, and I hope that all the expectations of today are fulfilled.
Are met. Yes. Yeah. 100%. I hope so too.
Yeah. And I'll be here stuck at home, fresh off the bed. Actually, I'm mobile now, so.
No, you are mobile.
I might, like, go on a walk or something.
You should.
Yeah, we'll see.
A lot of room for activities today for you.
We'll see.
Well, we will be back soon. Episode 15. This is episode 15.
That's crazy.
We'll be back soon with our next episode. Hopefully. What it will be about, we have no idea.
Yeah, we kind of just go with the flow with these things.
Yeah.
So sorry. Sorry if you're joining us for this ride.
We really appreciate the support once again. We are available to be listened to on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, what were the other ones? SoundCloud,
Google Podcasts.
And Google Podcasts. So again, this is not my cup of tea. Thank you for listening, moms. We really appreciate your support.
Yes. Oh my God, Mom, I love you. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, y'all.
All right. Bye.